Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson, and I apologize. I'm a bit foggy today.
Oh, boy, are we, you and everyone else.
Oh, my.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, it's just driving out here. It's thick out there, so drive with care.
Yeah,
man.
Very thick. I walked back out at 7 just to kind of compare from when I got here, and it's as soupier. So, yeah, just allow extra time. I think you'll be fine, but you can see a ways ahead of you. But, and it'll get better as we get towards sunrise. That'll sure help, but be very, very careful with that, please. It is 7:32, 34 degrees outside, and foggy, as we mentioned.
But the big question on everybody's lips.
Yeah, they're chapped lips.
They're chapped lips, right. Do you think Phil's gonna come out and see a shadow?
Punxsutawney Phil.
That's right, woodchuck chuckers. It's Groundhog Day! Get up and check that hog out there!
Yeah! Ooey, come here, Groundhog!
What the hell?
Morning! To see the groundhog?
Yeah?
Think it'll be an early spring.
Didn't we do this yesterday?
I don't know what you mean.
Don't mess with me, pork chop. What day is this?
It's February 2nd. Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Sorry. You know, I thought it was yesterday.
Oh.
It is Groundhog Day.
It is. What a classic clip.
Bill Murray. Oh, he's a funny guy. By the way, they've already decided on Groundhog Day. Didn't see a shadow, early spring.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's great news.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Now, with that thought, I'll probably be coming over your place to sleep tonight, but after the comments I'm about ready to make, but...
Oh, boy.
This tradition dates back to 1841, and the big rodent is only usually right 1 out of 3 times, just so you know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why PETA is proposed replacing the groundhogs with a coin, since flipping would be about as accurate. Now, I got to believe. Now, I think sometimes these activist groups have the right thought in mind as far as, yes, we want to take care of our animals. We want to treat our animals well. They're living beings. They're important, and we should have the respect to treat them right and take care of them while they're here. But I got a feeling, just a funny feeling, that groundhog that comes out or goes back in or whatever he does, sees a shadow, doesn't see a shadow, is probably one of the most well taken care of groundhogs in the world.
You beat me to it. I was thinking the very same thing.
So I think PETA would just do itself a favor and go, he's well taken care of. It's a tradition that goes back to the 1800s. Let's just leave it alone. But no, they want to jump in and
well, I think about the community that hosts the groundhog.
Yeah.
I just don't see as many people coming out for the event to watch somebody flip a coin. Just don't see it.
Well, we wouldn't even ever had the movie.
Yeah, right.
We wouldn't have that funny movie that we could watch over and over again. I think sometimes different groups, whether it's animal groups or all sorts of different groups, they get a little overboard. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I think good treatment of animals is very sensible, and it's the right way to go. But that groundhog's got to have it made.
Boy, you would think so. Yes.
I mean, you don't eat groundhog, right?
Well, he's a celebrity.
Yeah. And probably just waits till the next year to come and make his decision.
In fact, for this one day, the groundhog was more popular than Taylor Swift. Think about that.
For a couple hours, anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, for a couple hours at least.
For that one moment in time, we were talking about Puxatawny Phil.
There you go. It's Wear Red Day today, first Friday in February. Important day. Dress up in red if you like, because it's to raise awareness for heart disease in women, the leading cause of death for women, which probably surprises some of us, but it is leading cause, heart disease, for the ladies. United States ladies, it claims more than 310,000 mothers, sisters, and daughters every year. So if you'd like, wear red today in honor of the fight against heart disease. It's also an important day, and today, this would be very important, National Change Your Windshield Wipers Day.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I need to take care of mine on the car.
Yeah, usually don't realize it till you get a little mist or you get a little rain, and it's not a lot of rain, and it streaks, and when it's freezing to the window, it doesn't clean it all up, so then you have a streak of ice, and so this is National Change Your Windshield Wipers Day. Might be time for a fresh wiper blade. And it's also National Tater Tot Day.
Love tater tots.
Most people do. Americans consume 3.5 billion tater tots a year. And they were invented in 1953 by two brothers who eventually started the Ore-Ida Company. So they got off to a start back in 53, and tater tots are still doing quite well. Birthdays today. Let me get to the birthdays. We don't have very many again today, but we have a few. I actually think this is a pretty cool birthday. Graham Nash is 82 today. Wow. Of course, a member of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young part of the time, and really got his first start, I think, with the Hollies. Bus Stop and Teach Your Children was, Bus Stop was with the Hollies, Teach Your Children, of course, with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Christy Brinkley.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
How old do you think she is?
Boy, that's a great question. This is just an off-the-wall guess. I'm going to actually say around 70.
You're right, 70.
Yeah. Wow.
The blonde supermodel caught everyone's attention in Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues of the 70s and was the face of CoverGirl Cosmetics for over 25 years. She's also known to be Billy Joel's Uptown Girl.
Yeah. They were married for a while, I believe.
Yeah, they were. I don't think that's still going, but I don't know. Dwayne Dog Chapman. Doesn't ring a bell? I thought it might for you because you're usually pretty good at these. Bounty Hunter.
Oh, okay. Well, now, sure. I should have known. Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And he's 71 today. So if you're having a birthday, happy birthday to you. It's good to have you along. And let's just see what we can find here. Well, I know.
Teach your children well. Sorry, I've got that song in my head now.
I do, too.
Now that you told me that it's Graham Nash's birthday.
Well, let's just take care of that then and get it in our heads for all day. Graham Nash celebrating his birthday today, so we celebrated with teacher children. We don't have menus, very many menus at all, but we do
I don't have any on my side,
okay.
Sorry.
I just have Callaway's tacos today, fruit, vegetables, and milk, and hopefully we'll, on Monday, have some more in the mail and get those lined out for you. Can tell you, too, that the Prairie Pioneer Center, I don't have the lunch menu for today, but if you would like to have the lunch that they're serving on this Friday, call them at 872-6121, and also you can line up home delivery at that same number and get that taken care of as well. 6:43. Well, let's talk a little bit about wrestling, and then we'll play the game. An exciting day of wrestling at the Southwest Conference. Talk about a comeback.
Yeah, it was a great day. Yeah, Southwest Conference Tournament Wrestling was yesterday. We had the opportunity to be there. Great to get together with Kirk and Mick Patch again. So the three of us were back together for wrestling coverage at the Southwest Conference Tournament. Enjoyed that immensely, and just a great day of competition. Man, some great matches. We knew there would be. Ended up being a thrilling team race, coming right down to the final matches of the day. Broken Bow was trailing in the team standings going into the final round, but really made some exciting things happen in that final round of competition. Started making up points, and we got to the point where there were two matches left. Championship match at 215, championship match at 285, and it was tied at, I think, 193 all, if I remember correctly, going into the last two matches that were out on the mat. And you had Broken Bow's Cal Wells wrestling Tyree Smith of Cozad for the 215-pound championship. And then Cozad had Chris Rano wrestling for the championship at 285. Well, you had Cal win by decision at 215. Ruano of Cozad won by decision at 285. So when it was over, you had a tie at the top.
Oh, my goodness.
With Broken Bow and Cozad both finishing with 197 points. I thought it was kind of cool. I was packing stuff up, but Mr. Crawley went down and took a team picture, and I think Cozad and Broken Bow came together for the team picture since they tied.
Oh, nice.
So I thought that was kind of cool. And but, yeah, it was an exciting day of competition. Great comeback by Broken Bow in the team standings in that final round of competition. Broken Bow with 6 conference champions on the day, sent 9 into the finals. So, great showing for Broken Bow, great showing for Cozad, and we'll see both those teams tomorrow at state duels. Cozad is qualified in Class B. Broken Bow, of course, qualified in Class C. So we'll be at state duels for you tomorrow. We'll have all of the Broken Bow matches live on the air for you. Our coverage, by the way, will be on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com, so we want to stress that for you tomorrow. Broken Bow will wrestle Central City at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we'll have that duel on the air for you and follow Broken Bow throughout the tournament. And, of course, we'll keep you updated with teams like Cozad, who are kind of on the fringe of our coverage area. Burwell's another one that qualified. So we'll kind of keep you up to date with what's happening with some of those nearby schools. But our focus of the play-by-play will be Broken Bow matches for you tomorrow from state duels. We look forward to it.
Well, I would imagine that some of these teams will be rooting for one another if they're not wrestling one another.
For sure.
Because they want all these teams from this area to succeed.
And within your conference.
Yeah. And sounds like Broken Bow and Cozad have a lot of respect for one another, and that could have went either way. In fact, it did. It was a tie.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. All right. That is amazing, actually. It's going to be exciting to listen to. We're going to start what time?
Well, the first duel's at 9, so we'll come on the air prior to that.
Okay.
But probably, 8:50,
somewhere in there.
10, 15 minutes before the duel starts, kind of get you, set up for the day. And then the duel, I'm sure, will start right at 9 o'clock in the morning. So,
all right, exciting basketball news. Nebraska downed another top contender last night.
That was amazing to watch. That second half in overtime was just awesome.
Talk about a comeback, right?
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska looked horrible in the first half. Scored 27 points at 43-27 at halftime. And you're like, the Pinnacle Bank Arena magic just isn't going to happen tonight. And then C.J. Wilcher got hot, and here they came.
Yeah.
And huge win for Nebraska. They are just a different team when they play at home this year. Big win, huge win for the Huskers, and now they'll go on the road on Sunday and take on Illinois, a game that we're going to broadcast for you on KBBN 95.3 FM. Coverage will start at 4:30 Sunday afternoon, tip-off around 5:30. And we'll see if Nebraska can go on the road and finally get a win in Big Ten road play.
Yeah, road's tough anyway. But
it is tough.
They got to come off with a little confidence after that comeback game. So we'll be having that for you on Sunday. Wrestling Saturday, basketball on Sunday. All right. Today, our gift card giveaway will be the Reflection Salon and Spa right here in Broken Bow, a $25 gift card. Will be given away during the show today. Make a nice little Valentine gift if you won that $25 gift card. So Rochelle would like you to think about that, and we'll be doing that a little bit later on in the show. Also today, Mid-Plains Community College, exciting news. They're getting ready to bring in a CDL class so that you can get your CDLs out there. We read jobs every day that are mentioning that would be beneficial if you had a CDL. And, of course, farmers and ranchers a lot of times will use those as well for their own operations. And there's bus CDLs and all kinds of different things that enter into that arena. And Casey's going to bring in a special guest who was an instructor and tell us all about it and kind of give us an idea as to when that CDL class will be coming a little bit later on this winter/spring. So that's coming up after the 8 o'clock weather and news. And then we have Custer Public Power coming in today to visit. Imagine Rick will be in. He may bring somebody, he may not. But we'll have a conversation with Rick at 8:30 this morning. And I think that's our guest list. We have some other things we want to tell you about as well. Right now we're going to play the game and give away a prize, hopefully.
All right. Give you a chance to win a free personal pan pizza, one topping from Pizza Hut. We've been asking questions about snacks because it's Snack Food Month. Which snack company says its products are made in a hollow tree? I'm going to give you another hint.
Okay, do.
I'm just going to say elves.
Oh, elves. All right.
Okay. Which snack company says its products are made in a hollow tree? Here's your choices. Conagra, Keebler, Sara Lee, or Fisher's. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Are your aches and pains preventing you from doing the things you love? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. We offer complete one-on-one physical therapy for you. Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is known as the best hands in town and will help you achieve your goals to keep you moving. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Ag producers, there is still opportunity to save money on your spring alfalfa seed at Arrow Seed. Prepay for your alfalfa by February 10th and save 6%. Choose from 19 different varieties to get the best yielding ones for your ground and production practices. From high-quality Roundup Ready, hybrid, traffic-tested, and highly digestible varieties to Ranger and Common Alfalfa, Arrow Seed has something for everyone. Remember, save 4% on your alfalfa at Arrow Seed by paying for your seed by March 10th. Contact your local Arrow Seed dealer today.
All right, we have a caller on the line. They're breaking up just a little bit. Let's see if we can get connected. Good morning. Are you there?
I'm here. This is Helen. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now, Helen. You're good to go.
Oh, perfect.
All right. How you been?
Oh, great.
Good.
And you got me dreaming about cookies already this morning.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. Hey, we got some Girl Scout cookies out here we've been testing. You might want to drop by and test them with us if you get a chance.
Yeah, sure will.
Okay. Here's Brent.
Okay, Helen, which snack company says its products are made in a hollow tree? Conagra, Keebler's, Sara Lee, or Fisher's?
Keebler.
Of
I always
course.
think about those little elves.
Yes, you know it. Of course it's Keebler, and because you've answered correctly, we have a certificate that'll get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping at Pizza Hut. So come on out and see us when you can.
Thank you.
Thanks, Helen. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye. 7:52. Let's do one more with Graham Nash, this time around with the Hollies.
including Mucinex, Expectorant with cough supplement, and Fast Max multi-symptom relief liquids are all available. Sambucol Black Elderberry is at Varney Health Mart for immune support. And of course, Vicks DayQuil and NyQuil too. All in one convenient in-cap display for easy selection. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
We get asked the question a lot, do you do any work at the radio station?
It's a place of childhood innocence and fun.
We do get work done. It shouldn't be a crime to have a great time while doing your job, though.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
We are accepting applications for candidates to join our sales executive team. No experience is necessary, but if you like helping people and would appreciate using a no-pressure sales approach alongside a staff that's like family, you're on your way. When you join the team, you're given an established client list made up of established relationships. No searching for new business out of the gate.
Nice and easy.
Gas prices are crazy. No worry for you. You'll have a station car to drive the St. Hills roads.
Hey, Ron, who's driving?
It's okay. It's on cruise control.
Cruise control just regulates speed. It doesn't steer.
Decide what your day looks like. Meet new people. Throw candy in parades. Get paid to have fun. Send your resume to jeremy@sthillsexpress.com. I'll talk to you soon.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's BABBEL.com.
This year, wouldn't it be great to stop dealing with thin, brittle, shedding hair and instead have the thick, healthy, gorgeous hair you've always wanted? Well, now you can by using Hair Volume from New Nordic. Hair Volume is the all-natural solution trusted by millions of women around the world to say goodbye to thin, brittle, shedding hair. Look for Hair Volume at your local Walgreens and CVS or online at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com. Go to NewNordicUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Hair Volume at your local Walgreens or CVS.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio. Good Friday morning to you. Casey is here from Mid-Plains. Casey, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks, Dave.
Good to see you.
You as well?
Nice weather we've been having.
Oh, like a dream.
Yeah.
Please stay.
Cooling down going into this weekend. Might get some rain in January and early February.
Yeah. Well, we could probably use it.
Yep. All right. So let's jump in and talk about Mid-Plains. Where do you want to start?
Well, I brought a guest today.
Oh, good.
You may have noticed him here.
I have, yes.
You can't miss me. The big gorilla in the room, I guess. Yeah.
We always love to have folks from North Platte come over and join us, and especially when they know a lot more than I do about things that we have going on here. So we have some a really good opportunity to host some CDL classes now. Dave, you know what a CDL is.
I do.
You've got to have that to drive a truck. And those drivers are in pretty high demand these days, as we can tell from people calling us, asking us if we have trained drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've had a CDL program in North Platte for how long now, Jeff? A couple of years?
Yeah, February of 22 is when we started.
Yeah, just right at a couple of years. And we're in a position where we're looking at bringing that to Broken Bow. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Jeff Smeltzer, my coworker. He works with BCE, or Business and Community Education in North Platte, and helps coordinate these classes. And as I said, knows a lot more about them than I do. So,
all right, Jeff. Long time ago, I got my CDL and took the test all in one day, and of course had a kind of a physical. It didn't take very long, but I think the demands of getting one now are higher, and there's more demand for people to do the work. So you're probably a bit busy.
Oh, we've been extremely busy. You're right. Back in the good old days, that's the way you got your CDL. Things changed in February of 2022. You're somebody who wants a CDL is required to go through classroom theory and log hours behind the wheel at an accredited training center, which Mid-Plains Community College is an accredited training center. And this all oh boy, the wheels on this were in place 5-10 years ago. Industry driven. Trucking companies and insurance companies knew that there were people that were obtaining CDLs that had no business having one.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're a litigious society, and that was costing insurance companies and trucking companies a lot of money when their unskilled, untrained drivers were having accidents. So this has been a good thing, but it's not an easy thing. Our course runs up to 5 weeks. A person could test out sooner, but it's a week-long theory class where you're in the classroom, and then it's up to 4 weeks of driving. There's certain backing maneuvers you're required to perform, and then you need to log hours on the road with a driving instructor. So the reason I'm up here today, we're kind of doing a fact-finding mission. We want to do a class in Broken Bow. We feel the need. We think there's a great need up here for CDL truck drivers. So we're going around trying to see what businesses could use drivers. And another thing we're looking for is people with CDLs that want kind of a little side gig, a side hustle. We need people. So when you're in the class, you have to have your commercial learner's permit, just like a kid needs a learner's permit before they get a license. So you get your commercial learner's permit before you get your CDL. That allows you to go on the road with a licensed CDL driver in the cab with you. So that's what we need. We need people who are willing to pass on their knowledge, that have a Class A CDL that can be in the cab with the students. We will have full-time instructors here as well. But our class, we're hoping to have maybe 6 to 8 participants.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to need more than one driver to go out on the road with them.
Okay.
So
that makes sense. So it's kind of like when you got your learner's permit when you were a kid and you had to have an adult in the car and be able to drive.
Yep.
Right?
Same thing.
Okay.
A couple things here. We have one advantage being a community college. State of Nebraska has set funds aside for community colleges. The purpose of these funds, it's called the Gap Assistance Program. They've put money aside to get people into certain segments of the workforce that are undermanned. Truck driving, obviously, is one of them that's undermanned. So there is a good chance for financial aid for somebody who wants to take this class, and it'll pay for it in its entirety. It's needs-based. You need to fill out an application, provide your income tax returns and a current pay stub. But we've had good success. We've had maybe 60 to 70% of our students qualify for this.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of it. It's out there. They want to get you on the road. These are lucrative careers. These are good jobs.
Yeah, it's not the way it used to be from that end either. Driving a truck used to be, an okay income. Now they do pretty well. So it's worth the study and worth the effort to get that CDL.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And there's jobs out there. You're not just behind the wheel for weeks at a time before you're home. There's CDL jobs where you're home every night. If you're, delivering beverages for Coke or Pepsi or whoever,
Mm-hmm.
you're home every night. If you want to be gone 1 or 2 nights and then come home, there's those kind of jobs. We have companies calling us weekly looking for drivers. So they're out there. Jobs are out there. I'm also going to ask employers, trucking companies, be proactive. We don't turn out too many free agents from our class. They're usually spoken for by the time they graduate and get their CDL. If you find somebody that's going to be a good worker, doesn't have a CDL, now's the time to get them into your company, go through the training with us. We'll do the training for you, but most everybody that goes through our class is spoken for by the time they graduate.
So you're willing to work with employers in the direction you just mentioned, if they have a good employee and they want them to get a CDL so they can use them across the board in their business. And then you're also kind of a touch point for businesses looking for drivers.
We are.
Okay.
That's just a little harder. By all means, they can give us a call, and we'll try and help them out when we can.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, we got a class coming up next month, and it's going to be a big class, probably about 10, and I think 9 of the 10 are already, the employer's already bringing them into the class.
Okay.
So,
Jeff, what for those of us who don't keep up on this, we know the CDL is for driving the big rigs. What does that allow you to drive? Because there are different sizes of trucks and different applications. Where do you start needing a CDL to operate a truck?
Yeah, I mean, it's weight-based, and that's when I need to have our expert instructors in here with me. There's times where you can be having a dually pickup and a fifth-wheel flatbed behind you, but if that weight exceeds a certain level, you have to have a CDL to drive that.
Okay, all right.
Class B CDL is needed if you want to drive a school bus, and we will do that training. We'll do the Class B CDL training as well as passenger and school bus training. Boy, every school in our district, I think, is short bus drivers.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you can give us a call for that too.
Bus drivers and referees, but I don't think you can help with the referee situation.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. That might be coming, Casey?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I think Jim Langan has everybody covered. I think he works every night of the week.
I'm sure. I'm sure he does.
And Tim Higgins, those two work every night of the week.
So there's a lot of potential here for everybody if we get more people qualified with those CDLs. And it, like we mentioned, it isn't like it used to be. You can't study the book and go take the test in a day's time. You have 5 weeks of instruction, probably.
It is. And our instructors are very, very good. Josh Young came to us. For years, he was a certified examiner in the state of Colorado. He did the CDL test, as well as having many miles behind the wheel himself, and he trained drivers. So he's come over, and he's been with us over a year as our lead instructor. Our other CDL instructor, Will Cleveland, comes with 17 years with the State Patrol and motor carrier enforcement. So he knows the rules and regulations inside and out. And safety. With everybody on our team, safety is number one. We're going to produce a good quality, safe driver.
Okay.
And we've seen them going down the interstate, the people with their feet on the dashboard, phone in one hand.
Yeah.
That's not going to come out of our program.
All right.
So,
now, are there any folks out there who had a CDL? Do you start all over if you had one and let it expire?
In certain cases, yes. Many cases, it just depends on how long it's been expired.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So if you've let one go, you might consider getting one refreshed. It might take the full course. It might not. Yeah,
we've had, I don't want to call them old heads because that's not a very nice term, but people who have farmed for years, been driving truck for years, have decided, well, in the winter I'm going to pick up, some gigs, helping a buddy or hauling some cows or whatever. A lot of times they can get done in 2 weeks. You have to go through the classroom theory. That takes a week. There's no way around that.
Okay.
But as far as over the road, the shifting and the backing, they've got that down. But they do need to master the pre-trip inspection. Sometimes that takes a little bit. A lot of guys have been doing it for years. They know what they're looking at, but you have to verbalize it to an examiner exactly what you're looking at and why.
Okay. All right. So there's a lot of variables to this, but the main thing is you're going to have a class here in Broken Bow. Casey, do you have something to say about that? Because I know you're excited about, bringing something that can be beneficial to the economy and to jobs and to everything. That's what you guys do.
Yeah, I mean, so much of what we do is about responding to what people tell us they're looking for. And, you've attended, we do community input sessions, we ask people what they're looking for, and this is always brought up by whatever group we are talking about is drivers. Mm-hmm. And, so many times we've had to say, well, call Jeff, you can go to North Platte, but that's a big burden on people to have to drive over to North Platte and stay there for 2 or 3 weeks and however long it takes, or drive back and forth. And to be able to bring this to Broken Bow here, this is huge. This is really, really huge from us. So we need the community to rally with us on this and help us make it successful, because we're looking at some donated equipment that we're getting to be able to have that here. In the past, we had one truck and one piece of equipment that they needed, and if it came to a different campus, then that meant people in North Platte weren't getting trained. So to be able to have that extra equipment, that is a huge piece that closes that gap for us.
Okay.
So, just being able to have that here, as Jeff mentioned, we can train people. We can help you get your learner's permit. We can do the theory course, the driving instruction, and then any of those special endorsements that are in there as well.
Yeah.
So
hazardous material endorsement if you need your hazmat endorsement. Even if you're not part of our entry-level driving class, if you already have your CDL, your Class A, and you want to get your hazmat, we can do that endorsement as well.
Yep.
All right. So you said rally is needed. What do we need to do here today as far as encouraging our community to make this happen? I know you're talking about going out and seeing some of the folks who are needing drivers and getting input from them. And I know you'll want to have a date set eventually. How's it all going to work?
Sure. Our plan today is we're meeting with several businesses, and but we want to make sure and emphasize that, a lot of times people automatically think of places like Adams or Beatty or Thomas Livestock or some of the major employers
Myers
here. Yes, Myers. We're heading over there next. So those are ones that we think of right away. But then there's also places that we don't always think of, and we need help in bringing those businesses to us to so that they can get their employees to us.
Okay.
So basically, what we're asking for is we need two major things: we need students, and we need some driving instructors. So, and when I say instructors, I really just mean the ride along, somebody who has a CDL that can ride with our students while they're doing their practice time. So that's our immediate needs right away. If you have employees that you would like to, make sure they get their CDL, send them our way. Give us a call, and we'll get them connected with the class that they need to. Jeff, do we have dates for our classes?
Tentatively, we're looking at May 13th through June 14th. That's our target class. That's when we're hoping to be up here. And again, when Casey talked about the driving instructors, qualifications, many years behind the wheel, and this is a key one: patience. You're gonna be spending an hour or two or three with a new driver, somebody who does not know how to drive. That's the nature of what we do. We're going to teach them, and just be patient. So. I would say we just were asked this yesterday. I think we probably have a 95 or 96% success rate. People that by the week 5 have passed their CDL exam. We've had several people never to manual transmission before, and by the time they're ready to test, they test out on a manual transmission.
Fantastic. So, and, Casey, you mentioned the main businesses. We think of those that we know have trucks and rigs. Jeff mentioned agriculture. Could be some guys out there that would like to start driving next harvest season. The list goes on of different applications for people that might need that. If they contact you and let you know, if it's just a single farm or ranch, that I assume would be all right too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And don't forget our young people too. You can 18 plus, correct, Jeff?
Yeah. 18, you can get your CDL and drive in the state of Nebraska. You need to be 21 to cross state lines.
Okay. All right.
So May to June, we're looking at graduation season. If you've got some high school seniors that are to exit school and enter the workforce, what a better way to get them going, and then they can be driving by summer. So
fantastic.
Yeah, because it's not out of the question for a new driver to be making 50 or 60 in a year right out of the gate, and in a couple of years they could be, almost 6 figures or at 6 figures, and
it's pretty good.
Can you do that coming out with your four-year degree? Can you do that in year 1? So
you'd have to get lucky there.
Yeah.
But one thing I would mention, Jeff, because as you look at me, I'm old. When I first learned to drive a truck, my uncle tried to teach me and my dad tried to teach me. They don't have power steering on the old International at that time. And you come out of there sweating. Not that I ever backed it up to the dock, but you come out sweating. You got power steering now, right?
We have power steering. Yep, air ride seats. So a little. The guys were telling me about that yesterday. We put a couple new air ride seats on the passenger side for the driving instructors because they said it would rattle your teeth.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff's nice meeting you, and thanks for coming in. I got to believe this is going to be a big hit in this, and to have it here is great, Casey.
We hope so, yeah. We're really excited for this. It's been in the works for a long time, and we're just really excited to bring this up here. You might see some wrapped mid-plains trucks driving around town, hopefully not hitting curbs or cars or anything like that. But we're just really excited to be able to bring this here. We get a lot of calls, as I mentioned, for drivers, and now we're asking businesses, find your employees, find someone that you want to work with, send them to us. We'll send them back to you as a truck driver.
Yep. All right. Mid-Plains Community College always doing things that with maybe the idea of classes that we can use, and this is certainly one of those. So thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You bet.
No matter where your schedule takes you, stay up to date on your bank accounts. Sign up for mobile banking or online banking with Bruning Bank to keep track of your accounts anywhere, anytime. At home, the gym, grocery store, day or night. Deposit checks, transfer between accounts, view transactions, and check balances. Set up bill pay so you never forget to pay that bill ever again. Ready to simplify your life? Download the app or visit bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Some secrets just can't be kept. Shop and save at the Secret Garden this Friday or Saturday. Save 20% off candles, cards, books, and antiques. Everyday home decor is between 40 and 60% off, and winter home decor is 50 to 60% off. Philippians 2, verse 4 says, "Don't look out only for your own interest, but take an interest in others too." Open Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. The Secret Garden.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
It's time to spread the local love with the KCNI KBBN Love Local promotion. When you shop local, you're not just a customer. You're a champion of community support. Tune in every weekday morning to The Breakfast Show for your chance at a $25 gift card to a fantastic local business. Join us in embracing the spirit of local love. Keep it local. Keep it here. Listen to The Breakfast Show to win.
Now remember that whatever happens, I love you.
Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's 8:30. You're listening to KCNI KBBN Radio, Broken Bow, Nebraska. A reminder, we'll be giving away a $25 gift card later in the show to Reflection Salon and Spa right here in Broken Bow in honor of our Love Local promotion. Rick Nelson is in from Custer Public Power. How you doing, Rick?
I'm fantastic. How about you, Dave?
I'm fine.
It's good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see you, too. I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Start the show. I've carried over from yesterday because I'm trying to find somebody that would agree with me. You know how you get that feeling that you ask the question, you don't get the answer you want, so you keep asking it?
Right.
I don't know if you're going to answer it the way I want to hear it, but did you, when you were a kid, or maybe you still do, have hot chocolate, and did you dip your toast in your hot chocolate?
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't do that?
I know. I just felt like I was an outsider the last couple of days whenever I asked that question, because Brent, it makes him kind of queasy, which I don't get.
Well,
I don't dunk things in liquid. You get floaties. I keep saying that. It's gross.
Well, Brent is a little odd.
Thank you, Rick.
I get the floaty thing now.
Yeah? See?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something about it.
Close your eyes and throw her back.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it's kind of like, swallowing an oyster alive. One of those half-shell oysters. Just suck her down.
Remember, that is still alive when it goes down.
I guess so. I've never had one.
What?
I've never
Really?
No.
Oh, wow.
Have you?
I have.
Really?
Yeah, I have. Not my favorite thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But, I've I've had them on a couple of different occasions.
Did you drink alcoholic beverages when you had yours?
No, I did not.
Well, I can tell you, I watched a guy combine the alcoholic beverage with the half shell, and the oysters ended up out in the front yard.
Oh, wow. Well, man. Thank you for that visual.
Was that coming out of the glass or other?
No, it was not.
No.
And that kind of detoured me from, But as far as the little crumbs in your milk, it's going down the hatch, as Rick said. It's going to end up in your tummy anyway.
That's where the cookies go.
Yeah, when you dip Oreos.
Yeah, you got to dip Oreos.
No, I don't dip Oreos. I split the Oreo. Take it apart and then eat the inside, eat the creamy filling, and then eat the cookie.
But you don't dip it?
No.
Well, that's not American.
Yeah, it really is. Milk? You got to dip it.
I can't. Yeah. No.
Do you drink milk?
Occasionally, not a lot.
Apple pie?
That's not my favorite.
Oh, that's un-American.
Wow. We may have issues today.
I'm a cherry pie guy.
Oh, sure. I thought I knew the guy that lived across the street from me, but man, it's getting worse all the time.
Well, gonna have to get another extension cord across the street.
Yeah, get some more electricity.
Did he put up his solar panels yet?
No solar panels. No. Hasn't offered any handshake on putting the blow-ups over in his yard there.
It's a new season. There's new blow-ups out.
Yeah, I'd like that Green Bay Packer one. I think would be great.
Are the lighted blow-ups, are they more efficient now too?
Sure.
Okay.
Put as many as you want up.
Oh.
Hey, Rick, I put in some new
you're
light bulbs.
in town, so I really don't care.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. You're not a customer. I did put in some new light bulbs yesterday.
Really?
The last, maybe you should take it with you. It's the last light bulb we had around here. I had one left in a package of 2 of the traditional old-fashioned light bulbs. The incandescent light bulb.
So you're the one that went out and hoarded them.
Well, no, they just didn't. We only have just the back bathroom now that has the bulbs up there underneath the. And so I went and got some new ones that look like the old bulb, but they're supposed to be more efficient.
They're LEDs.
LEDs. Yeah.
They are now. What was the ones the step between LEDs and the old ones? There was
the ones that are hopefully all gone.
Yeah, those
CFLs.
CFLs, which we kind of leaned towards, and we found out they weren't so good, right?
Right. It's a good thing we only gave out 1,000 of them. But
well, wasn't your fault. That was the science of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a little hiccup there, but we came out of it all right.
Yeah. What was wrong with those? Did they blow up or?
Well, they got a little hot. And then the base would get hot, and then, they would turn to smoke and get warm. Might
be a good idea to make sure you don't have some of those left.
Yeah, let's get those out of there.
Okay. Yeah. All right. But it's we're totally efficient now.
Totally.
And I wanted to also, before we get into serious business here, I wanted to just complain a little bit.
Perfect.
I think you and Jeremy basically, there's court actions right now going on about defamation of character. And I believe that you and Jeremy...
Here at the station?
Across the country. But here at the station...
Across the street?
Yeah, there could be across the street. A lot of things there. But anyway, You guys put in a filter while I wasn't here in the furnace. You and Jeremy.
Did we?
Yeah, after the show one day, you went in there and put a big filter in there, the replacement, which was there, by the way.
Like 4 or 5 months ago.
Well, I know I haven't even looked at it since then. I know you guys changed it, but the claim was, first of all, it was a defamation of character because I hadn't changed it. The other part of it was you and Jeremy claimed that I actually had the one that was in there in backwards.
In backwards.
And I just got to thinking, I don't believe that's true. I think you guys maybe said that to, deteriorate my character.
I can't wait for your response on this.
There was a lot of intent in that. I'm not sure it had anything to do with your character.
What did it have to do with? Like dirt on yours truly or
dirt
through the filter?
It had to do with maybe, not all the synapses firing at the same time.
I wish you wouldn't use those big words on me.
I know, but it worked.
Okay. You brought some paperwork with you. What did you want to highlight today around Custer Public Power?
Well, so, I came in last week, which, by the way, you weren't here.
I know. Oh, I think I was at a funeral.
Yep.
First,
Yep. So I'm not going to give you a real hard time about that.
All
but, Brent should have shared with you that we had a very enlightening?
Yeah, enlightening.
Enlightening conversation about bills.
Well, yeah, I did
which
actually
you
tell him
thoroughly
that.
loved.
I told him that was our topic of conversation last week.
Okay, so since we bored Brent on that, let's talk about something else.
Okay, I'm up for anything.
Yeah. So irrigation and stock wells.
Oh, okay.
On either of those two, but probably more specifically stock wells. Well, no, irrigation as well.
Okay.
If there's a name change, if the ownership has changed, now is the perfect time because we're going to be sending out bills here shortly for stock wells, and it's a whole lot better to get that sent to the right place than it is for you to get one and then think, oh, yeah, that's got to go someplace else. So please, send in, if you have anything that is, if you've sold a place where there's stock well or somebody else is renting it, or, who do we send that bill to? That's the best case scenario. That way we don't take a bunch of phone calls and they don't have to spend time. Yeah, this isn't me anymore, and then call in and then tell us who it is, and then then we're kind of wasting everybody's time. So if you would call us and let us know, that'd be great.
Can I dive into the weeds a little bit here with you?
100%.
So I'm just curious because I know there's a lot of different arrangements out there when it comes to pasture and cattle and so forth as what's in the contract, what's in the lease between maybe the landowner and the person who's putting cattle on it.
Right.
Does the bill always go to the landowner, or can it also then be sent to the guy who's leasing it? Is that where some of the confusion comes in?
Yes.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But the good news is, and this is my saving grace, that we just mailed a letter out.
Okay.
To everybody. So read the letter, and then that'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
I'm just here to remind everybody to look at that. I honestly don't know the answer to that. I would imagine that it's in the landowner's name. If somebody else is taking care of it, then we can add in another line that in care of.
Yeah. There are a lot of scenarios out there. So
a ton of scenarios.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes in the contract though, the guy who's a gal who's leasing it is responsible for the fence upkeep.
Right.
Sometimes they're not.
And so that always happens in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And So they transfer that. Somebody comes in that's new person on a property, and then everybody forgets to, oh yeah, by the way, we're
right.
Joe Blow's now in charge of that bill and not me.
Yeah.
And so
the guy that was doing it,
confusing.
He's retired and moved to Florida, and something didn't get changed. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that the bookkeeping department would really appreciate taking the folks out there taking time to make sure that's correct.
Yeah, and it's also would save time for the landowner or the guy renting it or person renting it. By the way, I found out that either way works for us.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you got. Okay, boy, this technology these days.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So it's a little slow because there's a latency between you getting out on the airwaves and.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Well, the other part is now I feel like we went into the weeds and we've come back out of them.
Yes.
On this subject, you want to bring up something else so we can see if we can get into the weeds on that?
Well, I don't know. Let me check my phone. So there's this is really odd. Moisture probes now have a rebate.
Moisture probes. Is that for like checking fields or?
Well, it's in a prescriptive rebate and yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be brand new. It's got to be new ones going out. But that's now part of a rebate that we have. By the way, we have a whole list of rebates that's coming out on March 1st in our magazine insert, or our magazine. And the list is long.
Well, that's great.
Long. We'll have April come in here in a couple weeks and talk about that.
All right. Yeah, that's again, because we talked about this last time with April, all these rebates are available to Custer Public Power customers.
Yep.
We want to make sure and clarify that when we talk about it, because, pretty exciting things you have there, and the listeners going, well, yeah, I'd like to insulate my house a little bit better.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you're a Custer Public Power customer, you can get that rebate.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the list is long. I know that the battery operated stuff is just going crazy. Whether that's a snow blower, a mower, either one is we're getting a bunch of those in, so it's pretty crazy how that's kind of taken off.
Brent, you have the battery weed eater, right?
I have one, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Love it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Wow, you don't have to worry about getting it started.
No.
Oh boy, I got one. You never know. Is this going to take 5 minutes, or is this going to take 10, or is it the first pull?
Yeah.
Yes.
With the one.
Yeah. And you don't have to mix. You don't have to mix. Get the mix right, the gas and the oil and all that stuff, and it's great. And the battery life on all of these things has really come a long ways from probably when they first started, for sure.
I was kind of hoping that you had a weed eater that was still would need an extension cord.
Actually, I have one hanging up that would need an extension cord. I've had it for a very long time. It's pretty much done.
I wish would you use it sometime? I'd like to hang around the corner of the house, and then when you're using it out there, I'd like to sneak out and cut it while you're, cut the cord while you're.
Cut the cord.
That's mean.
Would I get electrocuted?
Cutting the cord, that's mean.
Would I get electrocuted?
Now maybe coming over to just unplug it and be a nuisance.
Cut the cord.
That might be kind of funny, but to actually come over and cut, that's mean, Rick.
It is.
Can I tell you why? It's not really so mean as I want to go back in time and have warm memories of my childhood. And one of the memories I have is my granddad had an electric mower that had, it was a regular mower, but you had to use an extension cord with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally let me mow the lawn, and I cut the cord in half.
Oh.
You ran over the cord with the mower.
I did. I was afraid because
Did you wrap it up?
No, I didn't wrap up. I just cut it in half. And my grandpa was very handy. He got out some tape and he wired it all back together and put it together.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Probably did that without even unplugging it.
No, he
he
unplugged it. But what I was afraid of, Rick, is I wasn't going to get my root beer float that I normally got when I...
And did you get it?
I did, but then the next time I went to mow, as I remember, I cut the cord again.
Yikes.
Yeah, see, that gets problematic.
Yeah. So I didn't want to be mean to you, Brent. I just wanted to have that childhood memory of that root beer float and watching Grandpa tape it back together.
You know, I got a little concerned when he started talking about childhood memories. I didn't know how far back he was going to go on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or exactly where.
Right.
Yeah. That just shows you, though, how far we've come.
Yes.
And actually, to have an electric mower back at that period of time, I think was kind of unusual. Anyway,
I would have to say so.
Yeah, but now you have. Do you have 2 batteries for your weed eater, Brent?
I think I just have the one. I need to get an extra one.
So
it's nice to have 2.
I've got a mower that has 2 batteries in it.
Mm. That's really nice, isn't it? Because you can have one charging while you're using the other one.
Got to have them both in there.
Oh, that has 2 at the same time?
2, yeah.
Well, I bet that baby's got a lot of
torque.
torque.
It screams. Yep.
So do you want to get 2 more so you can have them charging while you're out there? Or do you need to?
I don't.
Nah.
Wow.
I don't. You should hear it when the turbo kicks in, though.
Really?
Yeah, it really starts to take off.
That'd be exciting. I did want to have a disclaimer.
You did catch that, right?
I don't know.
Yes, it's screaming.
The turbo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted a disclaimer on mixing the oil and gas.
Yeah.
They sell it now already pre-mixed.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So,
it's been like I said, I've gone electric. I don't know anymore.
See, I want to be clear about this. When I mow and do weed eating, I want to burn some fossil fuel.
Wow.
So if they mix it up for you,
Dave Burney.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And if you get a little heavy on the oil, it gets kind of smoky.
That's even better.
Yeah. I heard you guys...
Because it takes care of mosquitoes at that point.
Later in the summer, it does come in handy. Yeah. So you have some paperwork with you. Do you want to talk about the paperwork?
So one more thing on the rebates.
Okay.
They are on our website, all spelled out. Does a much better job than I do talking about them. So go to the website. They're all there. They're ready to roll.
Okay, great.
You can get the full list.
And April will be in sometime to talk about that full list.
Yep.
And we'll look forward to that.
So the last night was the chamber banquet, another great Nebraska chamber banquet.
Oh, Nebraska. Okay.
Nebraska in Lincoln. Honored 3 people in their business, or put them into the Business Hall of Fame. So that was pretty good. A lot of people attended. It was a great event. It's always good to be able to mingle around and talk to other individuals from an economic development standpoint. There's just a ton of stuff going on. There's 3 groups of people got some entrepreneurial awards that are that go to college students. So a couple of those, one of them was using AI for dyslexia.
Oh.
Which is kind of huge.
That's big.
So another one was monitoring stock tanks, and so it would let you know when the stock tank is down, if it doesn't have any water in it, if it's frozen, which may or may not save you time going out and checking stock well tanks. So just a couple of examples of some entrepreneur stuff that's happening in our colleges and kind of fun, actually.
Yeah, I think sometimes we need to remind ourselves that colleges, and especially universities, have a lot of research going on, that we kind of forget about sometimes. I know the University of Nebraska has been working on road safety for a long time, for instance.
Oh, boy.
Guardrails and all of that sort of thing.
Yep.
The AI for the tanks, does the AI then bust the ice?
No.
Okay, all right.
But if Taryn was here, she'd tell you that, the electric chainsaw does a really good job breaking that up.
I think she
mentioned that when she was in here last time. Says it really does do a good job.
Yeah.
Well, that'd take the labor out of it to a certain degree.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Wow. How do you feel about AI? You're a progressive guy. I think there's some exciting things about AI, but there's a little concern about it. Does anything concern you about it?
Everything?
Okay. I answered that question.
Well, there's with anything that we have technology, we worry a little bit about privacy and about data and big data. But AI has it's on the cusp of, and here's the funny part. So AI is fixing AI. And so we have a technology that we're using that's I could say it's AI, but it's not really AI, but it's also a learning kind of technology to help us with faults and help us with outages, learns, and we're sometimes able to use that to predict stuff that's happening out there, which has always been on a utility side. We've worked on predictive maintenance stuff and on large transformers and some other infrared cameras. We use that as a predictive type of maintenance. But AI actually is looking at data that's coming out of our substations and does an analysis on that, and so that's there.
Right.
Using AI for everyday stuff, I'm not quite sure I'm there yet, but we're investigating it. We'll see what comes down. IT is working on if there is a platform that we can use, and so they've talked to me a little bit, and we're researching that, and so we're getting there.
I wonder if some of our concerns, I don't think most of us mind if you're using AI, as you're talking about here, as a tool to monitor and maintain, give you the data in a form that's very efficient. I think where we start to get a little bit nervous is when they're talking about AI making decisions, being able to make logical decisions on things. I think that maybe bothers some of us a little bit part of the time, because, how far would you go with that?
Yeah. So here's a quote that I had, or that came to me from one of my employees. They were watching the podcast, and in 5 years, people will want to talk to an AI-generated helpline before they want to talk to a human, because it's more efficient.
Oh, boy. Yeah, you wouldn't get sidetracked.
Think about that a little bit.
Oh, I don't know. That's a little scary.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
AI sports announcers, they already have video streaming units that they put up in the ceiling that follows the ball, so you don't have to have a camera person. I don't like it as well as the way we do it, but that could be the beginning of integrating that following of the ball with an AI sports announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Then
I don't like the sound of that, but okay.
Well, there's one thing I do like about it, Rick, is that then when the AI was done calling the game, they wouldn't expect to go have something to eat afterwards.
Right.
You wouldn't have to feed them.
Or pay them overtime.
Right.
Or pay them at all.
But you probably have to pay somebody to program the AI.
Yeah, that's the technicality.
Right? I mean, that isn't in your business and in ours. You do have to go set yourself back every once in a while and say, hey, that's really cool, but is it really going to decrease our cost or increase our cost?
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that's what you're talking about with your analysis on your maintenance, I think.
Yeah. So if we, I've said this 100 times, it's better to fix something in the daylight than it is at night. And so if we have something that's predictive, that points us in a direction, that's where we're going. We use infrared cameras in substations, and that was one of the outages that we had a prolonged outage at Gates, which happened to be during a volleyball game that we didn't really connect the dots on, but you remember that?
Yeah, Husker volleyball game. I do remember you talking about that. Yes.
What's going on a Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Well, shouldn't be a problem. It's not a weekend.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, the infrared was showing some issues in that substation, so we went in, and sure enough, there was a couple of connections, one in particular that we changed that was going to be a fault, and when it faulted, it was going to take the entire substation out. That would be at 1 o'clock in the morning. That would be, some inopportune Sunday afternoon. Why are our lights out? It's a beautiful day. Wow. So, that's some of the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah. Some of that's great. And I know that you guys will make I think it's fair to say that you're progressive at Custer Public Power, but also somewhat conservative. Is that fair?
100%, yeah.
Got
so we're only going to get into, we might be investigating something that's out there on the edge, but from afar.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff that we moved into has proven itself to us that it's something that we need to do. There are some things that I believe that we're doing at Custer Power that will be the way all distribution utilities will operate in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And Custer Power is probably leading the way in that. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so. We're not putting our members or our customers' money at risk, for sure.
Right.
That's the main point, because every dollar that we spend is a dollar that our customers send us. So we don't take that stuff lightly.
Okay.
So,
you know what? We're out of time.
I know you did a really good job. I got a whole list of bills here that we didn't talk about.
Oh man! Before we close, then.
Yep. Oh man.
Well, I wanted to ask you a serious question.
Okay.
Do you think Taylor Swift will have an effect on the general election?
Wow. Should we worry about the Super Bowl first?
Yeah. Well, we'll kind of get a preview, kind of like we're talking about. We'll take a look. We'll see how much effect she has on the Super Bowl.
There you go.
And we'll go from there. See, there you go. That's the way Rick works. We're going to go step at a time. We're not going to jump to conclusions.
Yep. Don't look ahead.
Well,
you do want to look ahead, kind of. You want to plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I knew in this circle we needed to take it one step at a time. That's why we backed
there you
up.
go.
Let's not jump to that conclusion yet there, Dave.
Right. Well, no, I forgot all about the primary. So we can go Super Bowl, primary, general election.
Is there going to be a primary?
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't think. There'll be other issues that will be
Absolutely.
decided. gosh, I wish we had more time because we could talk about what's going on in the legislature in Nebraska, because there's some pretty interesting things going on there. Maybe next time we can talk about it.
Yeah, we will. From a statewide perspective, we have our meeting next week, so we'll have a whole list of bills that we'll take positions on. So we'll bring that up.
All right. Thanks, Rick.
Yep. Thank you.
I must say, you look sharp as usual today.
Well, I appreciate that.
Now those shoes you have on, do you have to shine those, or are the ones that always stay shiny?
I shine those.
Well, I thought you did. Those got the old shine on them, Brent. That's a hand. Yep. That's not an AI. That's a manual shine.
That's not AI on that one.
News is next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. A bigger than expected jump in jobs in January. Employers added 353,000 positions. Unemployment remained at 3.7%, just above a half-century low. Charles Lieberman at Advisors Capital Management.
Big gain in payroll employment, obviously. Underneath it all, the economy seems to be doing very, very well.
The FAA says a small plane reported engine failure before it slammed into a mobile home park in Clearwater, Florida last night. Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Ehlers.
I can confirm that we have several fatalities, both from the aircraft and within the mobile home.
The first of back-to-back atmospheric rivers has swamped parts of northern and southern California. CBS's Carter Evans is in L.A.
Oh, my God.
Torrential downpours dropped a month's worth of rain in a matter of hours. Water flooded homes and stores, expensive and frustrating for residents and business owners.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Brian Fenley.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers might have their offensive coordinator. They're at least closing in on the guy who they're looking at. That would be Liam Cohen, in deep talks with the organization on being their new OC, that according to multiple outlets. Dan Quinn is going to get a chance at being a head coach in the NFL again. The Washington Commanders hiring him away from the Dallas Cowboys, where he was the defensive coordinator there. In the NBA last night, the Lakers, without LeBron James and Anthony Davis, both taking the nights off, with a win in Boston against the Celtics, 114-105, while the 76ers were down their top player, Joel Embiid, and it didn't matter. In the end, a win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City, 127-124. Tyrese Maxey holding his own and more, carrying the weight of the offense with his career-high 51 points in the win for Philly.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A dense fog advisory remains in effect. Chance for drizzle with fog early today. Otherwise, cloudy skies expected. Highs level off around 51. Easterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected with fog in spots tonight. Rain showers likely. Lows level off around 43. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
This year, wouldn't it be great to stop dealing with thin, brittle, shedding hair and instead have the thick, healthy, gorgeous hair you've always wanted? Well, now you can by using Hair Volume from New Nordic. Hair Volume is the all-natural solution trusted by millions of women around the world to say goodbye to thin, brittle, shedding hair. Look for Hair Volume at your local Walgreens and CVS or online at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com. Go to NewNordicUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Hair Volume at your local Walgreens or CVS.
There's something magical about unboxing. When you unbox BritBox, you uncover a world of British entertainment. Stream the UK's most brilliant series, including new and upcoming seasons of Shetland, Father Brown, and Death in Paradise. Plus new originals like Payback, Irving Welsh's Crime, and Archie, the story of Hollywood's greatest leading man, Cary Grant. Unbox BritBox and escape to the best of British TV. Stream with a free trial at BritBox.com.
It is 34 degrees outside and still very foggy, so please travel with care. It's still pretty soupy out there, Brent. I just happened to look out when I got the temp. So they say it could happen all the way through early afternoon, so we'll kind of settle in for that. Is there anything at this time that you would like to pass along as long as it's not defamation of my character?
Sure. How about we go to some job opportunities?
Okie dokie.
There's a lot of them, folks, being posted right now on sandhillsexpress.com, so we encourage you to go to that part of our website and check them out. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership looking for an individual to work as an early childhood program interpreter. Now, this could be a part-time or full-time position depending on the program needs. You must have the ability to speak, read, and write fluently in both Spanish and English. You would be providing translation for families and children ages birth to 5 and traveling to the different locations as needed to provide translation services. For more information on the position, you can contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105. Or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
Subcon is hiring. They're looking for a CNC machinist. This is a daytime shift position, and experience is preferred. They work a 4-day week there, and they're located just out of Ord, Nebraska, 20 miles from the beautiful Calmus Reservoir. Subcon Incorporated offers competitive wages and benefits, including health insurance, vacation, life insurance, paid holidays, and a matching 401k. The information is on the Sandhills Express employment page. You can also email them at zdexter@subcon.net. That's zdexter@subcon.net for more information.
Do you know Valentine's Day is less than 2 weeks away?
Oh, my Lord.
If you're looking for a Valentine's Day gift, hey, we're going to send you to Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. They have a plethora of Valentine's Day gifts for all ages, offering fresh floral arrangements, candy, jewelry, purses, coffee, kids' items, gift cards, free delivery in town and to the school in Arnold.
Nice.
Where they're located, so keep that in mind. They've got a new selection of Consuela handbags that you just have to see for yourself. And while you're there doing your shopping, you can enjoy a delicious coffee, latte, cappuccino, one of their delicious treats that they bake up daily. They are your historic destination barista bar and gift shop right in Custer County at Brubaker's Coffee House in Arnold. Coffee with a friend, always a good idea when you go to Brubaker's in Arnold. They are open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, open on Saturday from 9 to 3.
Do you have the tumbleweed live read in your stack?
Well, I do.
All right.
Yes, I have not. I have not contacted. Are you going to contact her?
Christy?
Because sometimes we get information on the casserole of the week, and I don't know if we have that for this particular live read.
I had a question anyway.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Hopefully we'll.
Dun, dun, dun. Boy, is she left for the day already?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, Christy?
Yes.
Christy Wells?
That is correct.
Oh, it's Brent and Dave.
Hi, Christy.
Good morning. Question from Brent. He'll have to speak up a little bit, Brent.
Okay. Can you hear me, Christy? Is that a no? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah,
I hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. The Tumbleweed Cafe live read. Am I to announce a casserole of the week?
Well, let me check to see if they have one.
Okay. All right. Good.
Also, I have a question too.
Okay.
If I this is hard for me, Christy. This is very hard. But if the word just tears me up, paid for some breakfast goodies, would you go to the Tumbleweed and use my money?
Your breakfast or your birthday fund money?
No, I'm out of my wallet.
Oh, I don't even have to use our fund, huh?
No, we don't want to get into the birthday fund. Of course, we're way ahead because we forgot Jeremy's birthday.
I know. We're still going to celebrate that one.
Okay. Well,
yeah, don't dip into the birthday fund. Mine's coming up in a couple of weeks.
So if you were going to go out and get a breakfast treat, what would you recommend?
I don't even remember what I had that time from the Tumbleweed, but it was delicious. I think it was like some kind of sandwich with sausage and egg.
Yeah. Now you're talking. Yeah, something like that. If I gave you the money, would you run out? For some reason, Brent and I are very hungry today.
Yeah, really.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can handle that.
And you can probably go ahead.
This would just be an order for Brent and Dave, though. Just so you know.
You're not going to see anything then.
No, come on in, and I'll give you some money, and we can have some tumbleweed goodies. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can talk about the casserole, too, if you want.
Okay. I have an update. I'll bring in what the casserole of the week is.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know. I'm feeling awful queasy now. Can hardly even eat after offering to pay.
That's awfully generous of you. Thank you.
Man,
and you're right. I don't know what I'm hungry, too.
I'm just real hungry
I
today.
don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm hungry today in the morning.
Hungry through and through. Village of Myrna is hiring a part-time position here. They're looking for a part-time maintenance operator. Now, you must be 21 years of age and possess a current valid driver's license. Duties include operation of sewer and water systems, maintenance of streets, equipment maintenance, and general upkeep of village property. The experience factor is, always a factor in hiring somebody, but if you're the right applicant, they'll train you. Questions and applications should be directed to the village clerk's office between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. You can phone them at 308-643-2281 or 308-643-7022. Village of Myrna is an equal opportunity provider and employer. Christy is here, and she has some information to pass along. Christy?
I have breaking news.
Oh, breaking news. We love that.
Okay. The casserole of the week for tumbleweed is a cheesy taco pasta bake.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can pick those up, take them home, and warm them up in the oven, and you're good to go.
Set for the weekend, pick up a couple.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to add that to your tab? Will you feed us over the weekend, too?
We should great. I wish we had an oven here. We could start, just having lunch on Fridays.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I don't know where we put an oven.
Yeah, where would we put an oven?
We could put it here in the studio, and then we could have a cooking show.
Oh, my.
Christy's cooking show.
Yeah, Christy's cooking. That sounds nice.
You are very good. You have blessed us with some treats.
Kind of like to cook
and
once in a while.
Yeah, you do a very good job.
Okay, I'll go get everyone's orders.
I think that's enough.
If it's not, I got money in the fund, It's actually got quite a bit.
Does it?
Yeah.
Just got to be careful with Christy. Make sure you get your change back.
Yeah, I'm not real good at that.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Christy. Is there anything
welcome.
else on your mind? As long as you're here, is there something you wanted to promote or talk about?
Gosh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, I do got something to promote.
Wait. Last time you were here, I was listening. We were going down the highway, and it was the very end of the show, and Jeremy said, Christy, is there anything else you wanted to say? And you go, well, yes. And it went into the whole...
While I have the mic, I might as well do it again.
Well,
Kelly and I are doing well with our prom shop, the 4-County Prom Closet, and come check out the dresses. We have a huge variety and very nice dresses. We've had lots of shoppers. I think we're up to over 40 dresses we've sold, but we have lots to sell. So,
where are you located?
We are located next to Bruning Bank there on the north side of the square, and we're opened every Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 10 to 2, Sunday 1 to 4, and Mondays and Wednesday evenings from 4 to 6. And we'll be open through the month of March, so plenty of time to still shop.
Okay. When's the first area prom? Do you know?
There is one in March, but I'm not sure exactly.
I was wondering if there would be one in March coming up.
So
wow,
we've had shoppers from Ravenna, Amherst.
Oh wow.
Cozad, and then of course the Arnold and Callaway, Sandhills, Thedford, and Anselmo, Myrna, Ansley. We've had them all.
Yeah.
Litchfield.
Broken Bow.
Yes.
All right.
Dresses that have come in from Pleasanton and Kearney, and even Kelly had connections. They came in from like Lincoln and Oklahoma. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have an idea. What do you call your business?
4-County Prom Closet.
I think it should be the KK Connection.
That would be kind of catchy.
KK Prom Connection. Oh, you can't have a word in between.
Yeah.
KK Connection.
Yeah.
But it's 4 county.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Chrissy.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
I can't wait for you to get back.
Double K prom closet.
No.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. I mean, this is the 3rd year, and we've had people already tell us, yep, we've been here every year. They come back.
It's always a good sign.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Christy.
Yep.
Here's J.J. Cale.
Skills competition between the AFC and the NFC. And then on Sunday, they'll have more skills competitions, and then they do kind of like a flag football game now, which I think has gone over well because, as you can imagine, I mean, listen, football is that's a contact sport.
Physical,
and when you're done with your season, you don't necessarily want to put everything on the line in an exhibition football game. So I think the changes have seemed to go well.
Well, if you watch that, you want to watch that, you can do that with some adult beverages. You can actually just sit down and have a glass of wine with your meal. Whatever you like to do in that arena, the Whiskey Barrel's ready to participate, and they have very, very fair prices there. The key here is that Stan knows everything, first of all. Stan the man is Mr. Knowledge. He is a walking AI, himself. Has been forever. Since he was born, he was an AI.
Oh, wow.
Well, I don't know if he was artificial, but he was an I.
Very intelligent.
Yeah. Anyway, he would love to have you stop in, take a look around the store if you haven't been. A lot of regular customers that just like to drop by, have a nice visit, pick up whatever they want at a reasonable price, and free ice with purchase, by the way. And as we've told you many times, when you put the liquid, whatever you buy out of the cooler, into the cooler that you have and put ice on it, you're actually warming it up, because he has his cooler set at 28 degrees. Great conversation. A wide selection of your favorite beverages at the Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow, Nebraska, right across from Gateway Motors.
Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, a wonderful care facility that specializes in care for those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia. And they are currently looking for some great people to add to their team, looking for caregivers, CNAs, and medication aides. Their goal at Quality Senior Villages is to provide a home-like atmosphere and give enriching care in a safe and nurturing environment where the individual can thrive and live a productive and active life. If you want to be a part of that, specialized training in the most advanced forms of memory care is provided at the time of employment and, of course, is ongoing. To apply, you can send your resume or send questions by email to qsvbrokenbow@gmail.com. Or you can stop in person at their location, which is at 715 Arapahoe Lane in Broken Bow. If you have any questions or want to talk more about the positions that are available, you can call them at 872-6387.
Circle V Stitching Post, ready for Valentine's Day. Wouldn't it be nice to get a new jacket with your name on it?
Absolutely.
From someone who loves you, or vice versa?
Yeah.
Well, or a hoodie, something like that. So be, aware that time is running out. So if you're thinking about doing something like that, Velma will help you out. She has lots of garments in stock, so you can probably go that direction. Otherwise, she can order things with the many catalogs that she has at the store. And if you have a garment of quality that she can stitch, she will do that for you. But that is her decision, because she wants it to look great. She'll do quality leather jackets, personalized just the way your student wants to look. That might be a nice gift for the kids as well. And they have some specials on that for the school kids. Velma can always help you create something that you'll love. She has some new items and apparel in stock, as well as that order process we told you about. Make sure you put Circle V on your list when trying to find that perfect gift for people in your life. They do a great job with weddings as well. Afghans, blankets, towel sets, and more. Call Velma at 308-872-6173. They're located on the north side of Broken Bow at 43920 Paulson Road. Doom, 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 doom. Oh, I know, folks, that sometimes when you hear the word insurance, you tend to go, I don't want to talk about insurance. I'd rather talk about the pro game, the pro football game, or something like that. But insurance is so important. And insurance is more, in some cases, than just covering your risk. It can also be used as an investment tool. And they can help you with that at Universal Insurance. Nate Bell and Jack, they're there to help you. Lindstrom, he is really likes to dig into the ag side whenever he can. Jack Lindstrom's good at that. They can cover all facets. And the other side of it is they are now a division of GTA Insurance Group. That gives them all kinds of tools to fit your insurance coverage needs. Call them at 872-6438 or go online at www.gtagroup.com. Or just stop in, walk in. They're right across the street from the old corner gas station there, and right next to the Chinese restaurant, and down the street from the hotel.
Yeah.
On Highway 2.
There you go.
Are you all done, are you?
I am, yeah, I'm sorry. I guess usually I try to split the live reads 50-50 between you and I, but your stack was a little larger than mine today. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. You usually read a majority of them, and I want to be fair. I want to be, I'm trying to turn over a better way of life. New leaf.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, good luck.
I've been thinking
good
about
luck
it
with
anyway.
that.
I've been thinking about it. I haven't made the turn yet, but I'm thinking about it.
Well, as long as you're thinking about it.
Yeah, it's on my mind.
That's the main thing.
It's there.
Good intentions.
Could be a long process. I could be close to death when I finally make the turn. But you never know when that's going to happen, so maybe a better turn sooner than later, right?
Yeah.
All right. Custer County Foundation Executive position. Now, this job is kind of multifaceted because the executive director acts as the CEO for the Custer County Foundation, and they're looking to fill that position. Lindsay Diven Cook has decided she's going to go on and try some new things, and she's great. We wish her the best of luck. But she's also going to be there at least, I think, through March, or at least part of March, and she wants to stay through the scholarship awards process.
Sure.
So if you're interested in this job, a good time would, it would be a good time to go in. That's what I'm trying to say here, because if you are hired, then you're going to get some extra training, and that always helps.
Yes.
So they're looking for somebody who can do general administration, oversee personnel, planning and leadership, financial management, program development, oversee the grant-making programs, which are so important, asset development, public awareness, community involvement. Now, they prefer that you have a bachelor's degree or above, and they kind of would like you to have some experience in in at least one of the following, which is management, policy development, asset development, donor relations, and grant-making. And, of course, you'll need to have leadership skills, be self-motivated, be able to write and communicate well, technology proficient, and have good organizational skills. Send your resume to Custer County Foundation, Post Office Box 304, Broken Bow, Nebraska 68822, or email it to custerfoundation@msn.com.
I have a feeling Lindsay would tell you it's a very rewarding position, too.
I think it's very rewarding, and it's just something that has really grown since they started this organization, and I don't know where we'd be without it. They do so many good things for the young people and for our communities, get some new playground equipment, all sorts of things. They've helped with projects in and around Custer County. So, yeah, I think she would. And Lisa Bell is there. She actually held that position for a number of years before, and I'm sure she'll be a resource for whoever's hired, so you'll have some support there as well.
Yeah, good.
The only problem with those two, as far as I'm concerned, I think they're both wonderful young ladies, but they have a little problem with 80s music. I can't say that stopped me from really liking them a lot, but they do have that problem, and they listen to the breakfast show, I think, just to get to the Awesome 80s show. They always have the radio on in there, and I know they're just waiting for the 80s show because they want to hear the Bangles and the Bangles and the Bangles.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Open 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and Friday and Saturdays until 11 p.m. And they deliver 7 days a week during the lunch and evening hours. And they have their restaurant, the dine-in area is open and going strong, and they're always looking for a little help. If you're listening out there, you can get a part-time position at the Pizza Hut. And Ladarius, by the way, who is the current manager, has been promoted to another location. And so they'll make some adjustments there. So there might be a little room for, I think they've kind of talked about maybe a floor manager position, something like that. I love their pasta. Now, I know that they're known for their pizza, but their pasta is super good.
It's good.
And cheesy Alfredo sauce, chicken Alfredo red sauce with Italian meat. The list goes on and on. And the pizza melts are very popular with the chicken and bacon parmesan, meat lovers, buffalo chicken, and pepperoni lovers. So it's all there, and I know that the Super Bowl's coming up, and you might put that on your list. Pizza Hut really hits the spot for the Super Bowl.
Yes, indeed.
There we go.
All right. The business portion has been concluded.
And before we close the show...
Well, almost.
Yeah, we're going to be giving away that $25 gift card to Reflection Salon and Spa in Broken Bow, Nebraska. I'm going to take a quick time out. Is that all right?
That's fine. You bet, Dave.
Here we go.
Have you ever asked a farmer if they talk to their fields?
Promise me you'll grow nice and tall. You got that? No, you were corn in 2013, not 2014. Hope you were thirsty. You think Cheryl's still mad at me?
After all that talking, sometimes it's time to listen. Your field has a voice, and John Deere Operations Center helps you hear it. Unlock every acre's full potential by using both agronomic and economic data. Visit johndeere.com/operations center and unlock your operation.
They run errands and equipment. They bring parts and dinner. They drive the combine and the kids to school. They feed livestock. They fix skinned knees, broken fences. They do the books and lead the 4-H group. They simply make everything better. John Deere celebrates the strength and resilience of the women that make farms run. They make all the difference.
Well, if you're just tuning in, I'm sorry you missed the show. It's been a lot of fun. But you can join us again on Monday. We'll have another one for you at 7:30. And we're not done yet. I wanted to maybe have you catch people up out there who just may have tuned in about the wrestling tomorrow.
Sure,
It's a big day in wrestling.
Yeah, the NSAA state duels for wrestling will take place at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds Arena in Kearney tomorrow. Broken Bow has qualified. They'll be the number 3 seed in the Class C tournament and will open with a duel against Central City at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll be there to cover all of the matches for Broken Bow through the tournament, so join us bright and early Saturday. We'll have their opening duel going on the air with you just in front of 9 o'clock, and then the duel starts at 9, and we'll follow them all the way through the tournament. And we'll just kind of keep you updated through the day on what's happening with state duels. Again, our coverage for that will be on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com, as well as the free KBBN Thunderbird app.
Thank you very much, Brent. Many years ago now, I think it was the second or third year of the Arnold Blues Festival, we were excited because we were bringing in another national act. And I always think of this guy. I think he's originally from Texas. I think he's from Texas, maybe. But he's got this kind of Wolfman Jack voice. And he actually looked a little bit like Wolfman Jack.
Yeah.
Still does, because he's still performing. This is his latest, Omar and the Howlers, on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. All right. Congratulations to Carla. She has won the $25 gift card to Reflections. I asked Carla to stop by after she was beautified to show us.
Oh, okay.
And she said no, because she takes advantage of the hours at Reflections and has her fix-ups at night.
Ah.
And I probably wouldn't be in the office here. So, and I suppose it's as good as when you first walk out. But if you sleep on the pillow wrong, you might have it. I don't know if it. I suppose it stays really good.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, if you're going to get a manicure, she could just show us that. Or a pedicure. She have to take her shoes off. Anyway. Oh boy. Fundraiser tomorrow.
Yes, for Shauna Barker.
Shauna Barker, who has been diagnosed and fighting breast cancer. We know she'll prevail, but comes with some extra bills, as you folks out there know. So they're having a free will donation for some great food and a silent auction tomorrow at Sylvester's in Broken Bow, starting at 2 p.m. The food will be available, and you can make a donation for that. You can also make a bid on the silent auction items, and they have one live auction item at 5 p.m. And I do believe it was mentioned that Larry Cotner is making his auctioneer debut.
Oh, wow.
And he kind of did a little of it the other day. He's been practicing, I think.
Yes, yeah.
So, and that's a pretty unique prize as well that you can bid on the auction. So, for a very good cause, stop in. Now, if you can't make it in, they have a fund at Nebraska State Bank, the Shauna Barker Fund there as well. So you can make a donation that way. And then on Sunday, well, I don't know. You go to church in Callaway, I think, don't you?
Hoping to, yes.
Yeah. If you have any energy left to get to Callaway, you could go to church and then at 11 o'clock stop by the community center and have yourself some soup and a lunch. And this goes towards the Nigel Sprouse Memorial Library. The proceeds go towards their expenses over the year. So that's pretty cool, too.
Yeah, good.
All right. And, of course, as you mentioned, wrestling tomorrow on the air on KBBN 95.3 FM, online at kbbn.com. Anything else?
I don't think so. Yeah, we'll talk to you from Kearney tomorrow.
All right. Let that hair go out. We'll get you into Reflections, get that curled up.
Yeah, I did that back in high school. I don't know if I'll go back to those days.
I would only want you to do it if you wore your little vest.